So if you read the Gospels, the first generation of the first generations of Christians, the first generations of the Jewish followers of Christ.
Correct.
Okay, the disciples. And
Mm-hmm.
they didn't get along so well with the Jewish authorities at the time. I mean, if you read the Gospels, and I wasn't there, I had a teacher once who I loved,
You
and
weren't?
he used to say, I wasn't there, so I don't really know. But going by what I've read, so I wasn't there, I don't know. And there's certainly a polemic means, there's a religious argumentative side to it, which is the Gospels were largely written under the influence of the Romans hating the Jews. And the followers of Christ trying to say, hey, it's not Rome we have an issue with, it's them. We're Team Rome
Got it.
because we don't want you to kill us.
Interesting.
Okay, but I wasn't there, so I don't really know what happened. But if you look, Jesus would argue with the Pharisees, and Jesus went to the temple and flipped over the tables of the money changers. And so even in that early era, there were friction, but it was a fractious time. So again, anybody who's interested, any of your listeners who wants to learn more about this, if you read the histories of Josephus, and specifically the histories of Josephus at that time, there were numerous Jewish religious factions and political factions. And they were largely fighting with each other. And some of them, part of their fights, they were millennialist, and they were fighting with the Romans, expecting the Romans to be defeated by God, even though they were outnumbered. And so, I explained to people during, I was in the military during the wars against ISIS and Al-Qaeda. And I mean, there were factions of Jews who were the Jewish version of ISIS and Al-Qaeda. Just as an example.
Back in the day.
Back in the day, yeah. So, I mean, the Romans, there's a debate in the Talmud, which is kind of the large encyclopedia of Jewish legal tradition that was compiled around the year 600 AD in Babylonia.